Houseplants are super beneficial to have in your house, and they have three main benefits. The first one is they're great for your mental health and wellness. It has been shown in scientific studies that houseplants can decrease stress and anxiety levels. How cool is that? And they can boost focus and productivity because of all the oxygen that they're pumping into the air. The physical health benefits of houseplants can't be missed either, because they have been shown to improve the air around you. Not only is this good in the day, but houseplants like snake plants also release their oxygen at night, meaning you'll get a better night's sleep. So, houseplants improve your mental and physical health, and they look great in your home. So I can't think of one reason why you shouldn't have a houseplant. In order to pick the right houseplant for your home, you'll need to consider a few things. The amount of light in your house, the amount you want to water it, the temperature, and the humidity levels. Here are a few examples. This beauty is a peace lily, and it's actually one of my favourite houseplants. And studies have shown that it can remove toxins and pollutants from the air. So it's a good all round. If you want to sleep better at night, you're going to want to get yourself a snake plant, because these release oxygen at night. This is an aloe vera and has great benefits for your skin, especially if you've got sunburn. It's also been found to absorb toxic compounds that come in paint or cleaning agents. How cool is that? Did you know that spider plants remove toxins from the air? You can also propagate them, so you've got lots of spider plant babies, and they're pretty hard to kill. Succulents and cacti, like these cool guys, also purify the air at night, and better air quality means improved sleep and improved focus and productivity. Water your houseplants on an as-needed basis. If you touch the soil, if the top couple of inches are super dry, then it's time to get your watering can out. A common cause of houseplant death is overwatering, so don't be too heavy-handed with that watering can. Feed your houseplants in spring and summer when they're growing the most. You can find all different types of houseplant feeds at our garden centres. Apart from slow-growing houseplants like cacti or snake plants, make sure to repot your houseplant every 12 to 18 months. It's really important to repot your houseplant. You'll know when your houseplant needs repotting because the roots are either coming through the bottom of the pot, it's gone really top heavy, it's never been repotted before, or the soil needs a bit of a refresh. And this is how you do it. The best time to repot your houseplant is in spring, so it's got time to settle before the summer comes and it puts on its most amount of growth. Depending on how quickly your houseplant grows, the average plant needs to be repotted every 12 to 18 months. Things like cacti or snake plants don't need repotting as often because they're really slow growers. So I've got my houseplant here that needs to be repotted, and I've just chose the next size up pot to put it in. So I'm just going to start by pouring some of this into my new pot. Now I'm going to tip my houseplant out. There we go. And you can see here that the roots have become quite tangled and they're starting to twirl round the pot. So what I need to do is gently tease these roots out, because if I don't and put it straight into this pot, the roots are going to continue swirling round like it is doing right now. And then I'm just going to fill in the sides with more of my nice houseplant potting mix. And that's it done. I've firmed it in so it's nice and secure, and all I need to do now is give it a water and put it in a nice decorative pot. I'm going to make sure that I don't put this in direct sunlight straight away until it gets settled in its new pot, and then you can place it in its appropriate position. It's as easy as that. remove any dust from your houseplant so it can absorb the maximum amount of light. Remove any dead or brown leaves to help rejuvenate your houseplant. Orchids are very fussy houseplants, so make sure to buy a specific orchid feed and feed it once a week. Okay, make sure to feed your foliage plants every 2 weeks in spring to autumn with a generic houseplant feed that's high in nitrogen. Make sure to feed your flowering plants every 2 weeks in spring to autumn with a feed that's rich in potassium. Terrariums are a super cool concept and are low maintenance because the plants in them create their own little ecosystem. This is a closed terrarium because it has a lid on. You should not place these in full sun because they'll get too hot. Terrariums like this need to be placed somewhere that's bright but not in direct sunlight. They also shouldn't need a lot of water because they'll eventually become self-watering because of the lid on the top. However, if it's looking particularly dry, you can add a tablespoon of water per plant that's in the terrarium. This is an open terrarium because it doesn't have anything on the top, and these will grow perfectly on a windowsill in full to partial sunlight. They also need watering every week from spring to summer, and you need to add in a tablespoon of water per plant. Terrariums are also really easy to make yourself at home. We've got all of the things that you'll need in the garden centre to make one exactly like this one, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. All you need to make your terrarium is some houseplant potting mix, some grit, some cool and funky houseplants, some decorative pebbles, a jar to put your terrarium in, and if you want to be super caring to your terrarium, you can buy some activated carbon that will keep it nice and clean. There goes the grit. More soil. I've just added a layer of the houseplant potting mix, then a layer of grit, and then another layer of this compost, just so it looks nice and decorative. But now I'm going to plant my plants. I'm going to plant the biggest first, which is this asparagus fern. Just gonna tip him upside down and make sure to pull these roots out so they don't keep carrying on twisting around. And then gently put him in. Okay. Now I've planted all of my houseplants in there, I'm just going to top with grit so it looks nice and neat and keeps them all secure. Now I'm going to add my decorative pebbles, and if you've got any moss, this is the time where you'd add that as well. Originate from South America and Mexico, and their roots attach themselves to branches or to telegraph poles or to cliffs, not to soil. Air plants grow, flower, set seed and die, but the good news for us is that they don't do this before they produce little baby air plants. When these babies get to a third of the size of the mother plant, you can simply cut them off and they'll grow all on their own.